All right, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a great Thursday. All right, we've got 9 MLB games with the doubleheader in there. So we're going to talk about every game. Don't have a ton of plays. We've only got 3 today. Might add some more. Check the pin comments maybe around noon or so. They won't be official plays, but we'll still give them out as leans. Recap of yesterday, great day, 5-1. Really nice day. So back-to-back, really good winning days. So let's keep the momentum going. Really didn't want to push anything today. So let's talk about game 1. It's going to be the Orioles and the Twins at 110, kicking us off. Dean Kramer and Bailey Ober. Bailey Ober 1-1 with a 2.0 ERA versus Baltimore. Dean gets creamed creamer. Is 0-2 with a 15.43 ERA versus the Twins. Not great. Now, a little bit contrarian. The Twins are 0-5 on Thursdays this season, so that makes me a little nervous. The Orioles are 3-1. But if we look at Dean Kramer on the road this year, he has been bad. 8.17 ERA, and he is 1-4 on the road. So I don't have a ton of faith in him. So every one of his losses have come on the road. He's got almost a 6 ERA. Bailey Ober, aside from his first start against the Cardinals, has been absolutely lights out. We can look at his last 4 starts, or say 3 starts. He's only given up 1 earned run against Boston, Cleveland, and the White Sox. Mets got him for 3, and then 1 earned run against the Royals and the Astros. So he is having a very good season. Strikeout numbers are okay, a little bit lower than they normally are. We look at Kramer, really good last outing at home against the Royals. That said, it's the Royals. Sometimes their offense can be a bit spotty. He gave up 3 hits, no earned runs in 7 innings. Against the Tigers, he gave up 5 earned runs on the road. Against the Nats on the road, he gave up 5 earned runs. Against the Diamondbacks on the road, he gave up 6 earned runs. Gave up 2 earned runs on the road against KC. Gave up 5 earned runs at Toronto. So I just want to go first 5 here. So we're going to take the Twins minus a half a run in the first 5. Why? Because I don't really love their bullpen. Yesterday, they threw pretty much their entire bullpen. They threw Varlin, they threw Stewart, they threw Jax, they threw Duran. The only person they didn't throw really was Alcala and Sands. So I don't really love that they'd be seeing the same arms back-to-back days, and this Baltimore offense can be a bit potent. So we're going to fade them. Just take the first 5. Use these numbers that Kramer's been sucking. So that is one of our official plays in this one. In terms of the weather, 64 degrees, mid-humidity, high pressure, 7-mile-an-hour wind blowing in from center field. So I don't think there's going to be a ton of runs in this game. It's an early game on getaway day. I would also lean towards the under 8. I don't think Ober's going to give up a ton of runs. I don't think the Twins are going to get a ton of runs. That said, Kramer's pretty susceptible. And we've just seen this Orioles team really struggle hitting. So I don't love that for him. So we're taking the Twins on the first 5, minus half a run at minus 110. Next game is going to be the Rangers and the Red Sox. Potential rain in this one. I need to know a little bit more, but we've got Brian Bayo going up against Jack Leiter. That line looked so weird yesterday, and I said, should probably just take the Red Sox. It's one of those where the line's so weird, I would just go Red Sox, and they got the job done. But it was a wild little game there. If we look on Thursdays, Red Sox are 3-2, Rangers are 1-3. Like I said, rain, 63 degrees today, mid-humidity, mid-pressure, and we got a 4-mile-an-hour wind blowing in from left center. Home runs are going to be down a little bit. Runs are going to be up a little bit. Brian Bayo, 2-0 on the year. Pretty good start to the season. He looked pretty good in all of his starts so far. Against Cleveland, he got hit around just a little bit, gave up 3 earned runs, but last start against Minnesota, he went 6 2/3 of an inning, 4 hits, 1 earned run. Against Seattle, he looked pretty good, 4 hits, 1 earned run. We look at Jack Leiter, he got beat up pretty good against Seattle in his last start at home, gave up 8 hits, 6 earned runs. Start before that against San Fran, only went into the 4th inning, went 3 1/3, gave up 2 earned runs. It's a Boston spot, in my opinion. I don't know if I can necessarily get there. I feel like this is the game where we see a little bit of regression from Bayo. But do I trust the Rangers' offense enough? I don't think so. I mean, the pitch splits here definitely favor Boston. So it's Boston or pass for me. Kind of want to see what the line movement does here and track the weather. All right, next game, White Sox and the Royals. We've got Davis Martin going up against Chris Bubic. Bubic 3-2 on the year, Martin 1-3, giving up a 2.75 opponent average and a 3.52 ERA. Bubic 2.14 opponent average, 1.98 ERA. He has a very even split between lefties and righties, 2.14 batting average to both sides of the plate. Davis Martin, definitely more susceptible on the right-handed side, giving up a 3.26 average. Strikeout rate is down from the right-handed side. Hard hit percentage, almost 50%. Exit velo, 92 miles an hour. That is bad. Chris Bubik's exit velo, 87.3, so actually below league average. Hard hit percentage is kind of right on par with a league average. If we look on Thursdays, the White Sox are 3-2 on the season. Kansas City is 4-2. Kansas City's won 5 in a row. They're 8-2 in their last 10, 14-5 at home. The White Sox are 3-16 on the road, 3-7 in their last 10. Yeah, I mean, it's a royal spot here. I wanted to put the run line. I'm a little nervous because of the weather. It's going to be 75 degrees, mid-humidity, mid-pressure, 12-mile-an-hour wind blowing in from left field. Home runs are going to be way down. That said, neither team are prolific home run hitters, so I wouldn't expect it either way. But Bubik's looked pretty good. Last outing was against Baltimore. It was rain delayed. I know because we were on his strikeout prop of over 4.5. He only went like 70-some pitches in that one, but he still got through 5 innings, 4 hits, no earned runs. Start before that against Houston was a little rocky. Gave up 4, looked good against Colorado, gave up 3 to the Yankees, 2 to Colorado, or 2 to Cleveland, I mean. So good season for him. I think he's pitching really well. If we look at how lefties have fared against the White Sox, they've done okay, but White Sox are sneaky. They got 4 off of Valdez. They got 5 off of Jeffrey Springs. They got 3 off of Springs. And then when they face kind of better pitchers, I would say, they haven't fared well. I mean, Cole Reagan's locked them down. Went 5 innings, 3 hits, 11 Ks. Garrett Crochet went 6 innings, 4 hits, no earned runs, 7 Ks. So I don't think Bubik's up there with those guys, but he should have a pretty decent day. But it's a weird, sneaky getaway day type of vibe. I'm just going to probably lay off of it. One bet I did look at is Bubik to get 5 Ks and the Royals to win. You pair those together, you get like minus 110. So it's still pretty good value. I just got to look into the K percentages a little bit more before I pull the trigger, but might be one that I end up putting on the card. All right, next game going to be game 1 of this doubleheader, Tigers and the Rockies. Really not going to talk about game 2. We'll just touch on it very briefly, but in this one, we've got Casey Mize going up against Kyle Freeland. What a wild game yesterday. It was back and forth through the first 5 innings, and then the offense just stopped. Tigers ended up winning in extras, but Tigers 2-1 on Thursdays, Colorado 2-3 on Thursdays. 70 degrees, low humidity, mid pressure, so home runs and runs are going to be up a pretty decent amount. We get an over-under of 9.5. I almost want to pull the trigger on the over. Kyle Freeland on the bump. Lefty is 0-4 with a 3.05 opponent average and almost a 6 ERA. Casey Mize 5-1, 2.26 opponent average, 2.70 ERA. Rolling pretty good. Tigers are 7-3 in their last 10. Rockies are 2-8 in their last 10, and the losers of 4 straight. At home, last year was kind of a spot you wanted to take the Rockies, but this year they are 4-12 at home, so they're really not doing anything at all at home. On the road, Tigers are 10-10. Mize has pitched pretty well, but he is susceptible to righties, giving up a 293 average. But Kyle Freeland is giving up a 345 average. 2 right-handed hitters, lefties, he's pitching pretty well, giving up a 176 average. In terms of pitch splits, I would say it's a Tigers game. Again, another one. I didn't pull the trigger on it, but this is probably one I'm going to do player props on instead. I do see some really juicy opportunities here for certain players. So we'll have to go through, and I think it's on both sides, honestly, where we have some opportunity. I could see like Brenton Doyle, Ryan McMahon on the Colorado side having a pretty good day. I think Javi Baez has a great matchup today, actually. I have not been a Javi Baez prop in long time. But I think today he's got a pretty decent matchup. Gleyber Torres has a pretty good matchup. So you could take the run line here if you want to find value. I don't hate it. I think the Tigers win on the run line, but didn't make the card. And then game 2, I think it's going to be Keeter Montero and Tanner Gordon. I mean, if it's both of these pitchers, I'm taking the over. Montero should get shelled. Tanner Gordon is a nightmare. He will give up so many runs. It's like Tigers team total over, or the over is the only way I would play game 2, but probably going to be a sweep in that one. But Keeter Montero is just not somebody I trust at all. All right, next game, Phillies and the Rays. We got Jesus Luzardo going up against Ryan Pepio. It's going to be 81 degrees, mid-humidity, mid-pressure, 11-mile-an-hour wind blowing out to right center. We do have the potential for a little bit of rain in this one, so a little bit concerning. Home runs are going to be up 34%. Runs are going to be up 10. We've pretty much seen this the last couple of games, and we've seen how that's gone. The Phillies have absolutely dominated this, and it's a lefty. We just talked about this yesterday. The Rays cannot hit lefties. 123 average over the last 2 weeks, 132 over the last week. They are really bad against lefties. So this is an easy spot for me. Give me the Phillies. I think we can all agree that they're not good. So we're going to do Phillies race to 4 in this one. I don't mind first 5 minus a half a run again. I'm just going to do the race to 4. Just switching it up a little bit. Keep it spicy, you know. But I do like the matchups here. I think Bryson Stott has a pretty good matchup today. Alec Bohm, JT Realmuto. Those are probably my top 3 matchups today. I think Bryce Harper actually has a pretty bad matchup today. So you could probably find value taking Philly on the money line and fading Bryce Harper if you wanted to. I'm not doing that with the wind blowing out to right center, but that is an option. On the other side, you know, I don't think like Chandler Simpson's probably not going to play just because it's a lefty. But I don't know. He also sat yesterday, so could be an option. Luzardo's just been really solid, man. We look over his starts all season. He's only given up more than 2 earned runs in one game, and that was against the Giants, who at that time were pretty damn hot. Gave up 2 in his last start against the D-backs, none against the Cubs, 1 against the Marlins. So he's absolutely dealing. Pepio has been pitching well. In addition, gave up 2 against the Yankees, 1 against the Padres, 3 against the Yankees, 6 against the Red Sox, and then 3 against the Angels. So there's opportunities there, but it's Philly for me. Next game, Reds and the Braves. Old Red Legs got the job done last night, but Hunter Green got hurt. So we'll have to see what happened in that. He did leave the game. And then after that, Braves made a nice little comeback. 75 degrees, mid-humidity, mid-pressure, 7-mile-an-hour wind blowing slightly in from left field. Rain is possible in this game, so I did lay off of it. If we look on Thursdays, the Braves are 1-1. Reds are 1-3. Nick Lodolo going up against Spencer Schwellenbach. Not a game I can really get behind either side, if I'm being honest. I think Lodolo probably has a bounce back spot. The Braves just really haven't faced a ton of lefties. Now, the only one they've gotten to is Easton Lucas, and they 6 hits, 8 earned runs off of him, but they didn't get anything off of Abbott. Abbott looked like a Cy Young winner in this series. Jesus Luzardo only gave up 1 earned run over 6 innings. Blake Snell only gave up 5 hits and no earned runs against them in 4 innings. So we have a very small sample size of starting left-handed pitchers here. Lodolo got absolutely shelled at home against the Nats in his last start. Gave up 10 hits, 6 earned runs. Start before that in Coors Field was fantastic. Now, there's a correlation there. Typically, these guys that throw a bunch of breaking balls, that next start after they leave Coors is usually not the best. So I'm not going to dump a ton into that. I think he's serviceable today. I don't think he's going to be lights out. Schwellenbach coming off an outing where he got rocked by the Dodgers, gave up 3 in the previous start to the D-backs, 2 to St. Louis, gave up 6 to Toronto. So he has been hittable. I think this Reds team gets him. I think there's too much value taking the Reds at plus 150. So it's not an official play, but I would take the Reds at plus 150 or take the plus 1.5. But again, need to watch for weather in this one. Blue Jays and the Angels, 72 degrees, mid-humidity, mid-pressure, 6-mile-an-hour wind blowing out to right center. Home runs are up. This is an Angel spot. Or I'm sorry, this is a Blue Jay spot for me. Chris Bassett on the road going up against Jose Soriano. I think the pitch mix definitely favors Toronto. So to me, it's a Toronto spot. I'm not going to play it, but Soriano looked really good in his last outing against Detroit. 6 innings, 6 hits, no earned runs. But the 3 starts before that, he gave up 3, 5, and 3 earned runs. We look at Bassett. He gave up 3 earned runs against Cleveland, 4 earned runs against the Yankees, 4 against Houston. It could go either way. I think you're pretty safe taking the over in this one. With the wind blowing out and an over-under of 8 and 2 bullpens that I don't trust whatsoever, I would take the over 8 and then the Blue Jays. So that's the order of preference there. Last game on the card, Yamamoto going up against Brandon Pfaadt, 91 degrees, low humidity, mid-pressure, 6-mile-an-hour wind, basically blowing from left to right. Home runs are going to be down a hair. Runs are going to be up. Dodgers are 1-0 on Thursdays. Arizona are 2-3 on Thursdays, but 0-2 at home. For this Dodgers team in the bullpen, I don't think we're going to see Anthony Banda. He's pitched too many days in a row, so he's probably done, but they should have everybody else. Yamamoto, this will be his 3rd start versus Arizona this year, which I don't necessarily love. But if we look at Brandon Pfaadt, hasn't had the best track record against the Dodgers, 2-2 with a 6.20 ERA. Give me Yamamoto in this one. I like this spot for the Dodgers. Coming off what I would call a interesting series against the Marlins, but they finally just unleashed on them yesterday. I don't love that they got to travel across the country from Miami to Arizona and then turn around and play, and Arizona's going to be at home, but I can't get behind Pfaadt. This is just not one I can get behind. I do have concerns about this Dodgers bullpen and how healthy they're going to be, so I'm just going to focus on the first 5. So let's talk about our best bets here and get you guys on your way. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. First play, we're going to take Yamamoto to get 5 Ks. He's covered this line in both games against the D-backs this year. And we're going to take the Dodgers' first 5. We're not going to take the half a run. We're just going to take them on the first 5. Pair those 2 together, you get plus 110. I just don't know what this bullpen will be like in this first game, but divisional game should be coming strong, but we're just going to do first 5. And then Twins, first 5 minus a half a run. Again, the numbers for Dean Kramer are just terrible. So let's lean into it. Ober's pitching well. We just need the Twins to get us a couple of runs. And then last play is going to be Phillies race to 4. Wind blowing out to right field. They've got so many power bats. It's just a massive advantage for them. We've seen it the entire series here with the wind blowing like this. So those are my 3 plays. Like I said, check the pinned comments. I might add a couple of leans for you guys, but appreciate all the love and support, and I will catch you in the next video.